All right, let's dive right in. If you're a law student or a young lawyer here in the Philippines, you know the feeling. Legal research can be, well, a beast. Today, we're going to unlock one of the most fundamental tools in your arsenal, the Codal. We'll break down what it is, and more importantly, how you can use it to crush your research. You know that feeling, right? When you start a new research task and it just feels like you've been dropped in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight. It's totally overwhelming. But trust me, you're not alone, and there is a way to navigate it. And wow, just look at these numbers. This isn't an exaggeration. We're talking about tens of thousands of court decisions, thousands of statutes, and all sorts of regulations. It really is a legal labyrinth out there. So how in the world do you find your way through all this? Well, you need a map. Simple as that. And in Philippine law, your most essential, your most reliable map is the Codal. It's the tool that cuts through the chaos and gives you a clear path forward. So what is a Codal, really? In the simplest terms, it's a neat, organized collection of laws all about one specific subject. You've heard of them: the Civil Code, the Revised Penal Code, the Labor Code. Each one is a Codal, and it holds the core rules for that whole area of law. I love this phrase. It's the perfect way to think about it. It truly is the backbone of your legal argument. It's not just a reference, it's the solid foundation you build everything else on. And this right here is such a critical distinction. Here's a great way to think about it. The Codal is the official rule book for the game. Jurisprudence, or case law, is like watching game film. It shows you how the referees, in this case the courts, have actually interpreted and applied those rules in real situations. And that's why you always have to start with the rule itself, which is right there in the Codal. Okay, so we've got the what, now for the how. Let's get practical. Where do you actually find these Codals? And, just as important, how do you cite them properly so your arguments have that knockout punch of credibility? And here's the best part. You don't need a huge, expensive library anymore. These online resources are your absolute best friends. Lawfeel is the official free source from the Supreme Court, and Digest PH and Chan Robley's are just fantastic tools that make finding what you need incredibly fast and efficient. Okay, pay close attention here because this is so important. Proper citation isn't just about looking smart, it's about showing your work and proving your authority. Step 1 is the bare minimum. Step 2 adds that extra layer of precision. But step 3, that's where the magic happens. You connect the black and white rule to how it's been interpreted by the highest court. And of course, step 4 lets anyone look up the exact case you're talking about. This is how you build an argument that's basically bulletproof. All right, let's see this in action. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another to see the incredible difference a Codal makes in a real argument. Just look at the night and day difference here. Contracts are binding. I mean, okay, sure, but compare that to citing the law directly, under Article 1157 of the Civil Code. See, it immediately gives your statement weight, authority, and credibility. It's a total game changer. And here we go again, another perfect example. Saying they were negligent is just an opinion. It's an accusation. But when you anchor it to per Article 2176 of the Civil Code, you're transforming your opinion into a powerful legal claim. You're telling the judge, hey, this isn't just me talking. This is the law talking. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. It lays out the big ones, the foundational texts for each major branch of law. You've got the Constitution for political law, the bedrock of everything. For all our day-to-day stuff, there's the Civil Code, which gives us absolute gems like ignorance of the law excuses no one. This chart is pretty much your starting point for almost any legal problem you'll ever face. So, we've covered the theory, but how do you actually take this from the classroom to your career? How do you go from just knowing about the Codal to making it a powerful tool you use every single day? Listen, from day one of your internship, the Codal becomes your best friend. You'll be using it for drafting all the basics. Then, as a young lawyer, it's the foundation for giving solid advice to clients. And when you get to court, let's just say a legal argument without a Codal citation is like showing up to a fight with no weapons. Mastering this stuff is a clear sign of competence. I know. Memorization sounds awful. But you don't have to just passively read and reread until your eyes glaze over. Let's talk strategy. Chunking related articles helps your brain make connections. Flashcards? A classic for a reason. But honestly, the real secret weapon is step 3, active application. Sit down and draft a fake memo. Actually use the provisions. That's how you make them stick for good. Oh, and here's a little bonus tip for you, especially for those marathon study sessions. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. It's super simple. Study for 20 minutes, then take a 20-second break to look at something 20 feet away. It seriously helps fight eye strain and keeps your brain from turning to mush. It's a small hack, but it works. So, as we wrap things up, I really want you to ask yourself this question. Getting a real command of the Codals isn't just about passing an exam. It's about building the entire foundation for a successful legal career. It's the key to writing with confidence and arguing with power. So, take a look at your own skills. Is your command of the Codals truly setting you up for success?